we thought we'd never be able to recoup. But God said, I'll restore your years. He said time, but he didn't stop there, Mississippi. He said, I will restore the years that the locusts have devoured, and the cankerworm have devoured, and the palmer worm have devoured, and the caterpillar. Can I take a moment and just let's look at some things in the word that we've lost? Because in order to be restored, you got to know what's in the storeroom that was lost. And so I was looking at the text, and the word of God says, I will restore the years that the locusts have devoured. Locust is a horny grasshopper with wings. Especially in this migratory grasshopper that travels in vast swarms. The swarms become so overwhelming that when they come on the scene, everything they touch, they strip of all vegetation. The word vegetation is simply this. Vegetation is a symbolism of life. Oh, somebody don't get it right here. See, what we lost, the first thing we lost we lost our focus. See, because when you lose your focus, you lose sight of everything that's connected to you. Anybody know what I'm saying? In 2014, you went through some topsy-turvy times. You went through some times where the enemy hit you on every side like a swarm of blow-out attack. Every minute, every moment. See, a swarm, it keeps your focus to the point when confusion sets in. You don't know where you are or where you're going. You don't know where to go or where to stop. And the enemy wants to knock your focus out. He took your focus. I couldn't focus, Donna. I couldn't get my eyesight on who I was following. Because focus directs your fellowship. And it directs your fellowship. And it directs your friendship. Anybody have some stuff in 2014 where your fellowship was all messed up? I know you went to church, and I know you got here on time. I know you were there in praise and worship, but your heart wasn't really in it because there was sometimes you were going through so bad. You couldn't focus on the word of God. You couldn't focus on the worship of God. All you could focus on was your problems. But God said, I restore the years that the locusts have devoured. He hits you from all sides because when your focus is messed up, the enemy attacks your fellowship, your fellowship, and your friendship. It's not just that he attacks those things, but he uses the very people that are close to you to bring you down, and lose you, and make you lose your focus. Your husband acting like a fool, can't have a regular conversation with him, and your kids are running them up. They can't do what you ask them to do. When you're simple tasking, and then your job is acting topsy-turvy. Can't seem like nobody can do work with you, and your boss, when you're working overtime, is underpaying you, and you're The cankerworm, it's a larva of the German butterfly or moth, which feeds on and destroys fruit and shade trees. Oh, let me say that again. Y'all gonna get it in a minute. It's a larva of the German moth, which feeds on and destroys your fruit and shade trees. Basically what it is, the future consists of this. It concerns your fruit, Renee, your finances, and your freedom. Or somebody gonna get it in a minute. Your fruit, your finances, and your freedom. Anybody in 2014, their finances just went all up. You were getting checks and you were cashing them, and they were going in one place and out of the other. It seemed like you were pouring it into a bucket with a hole in it because the enemy was eating up your finances. But not only that, it was eating up your fruit, and that's what the enemy wants to do. Look, folk were getting saved, and folk were getting healed, and folk were getting delivered because you were in the wreck that you were in. You couldn't even see the fruit that God was healing because the enemy was eating up your fruit, not the real fruit, but the joy of the fruit that God has allowed you to glean. But not just that, we're not in the freedom. We get so locked up in the stuff that the enemy is taking away that we forget that God is still left. When everything is gone, God is still left. You can take my home, you can take my car, you can scandalize my name, you can take my children away, but in the end, God is still left. I dare somebody to stand all over this church and give God a praise. Don't he slay me, yet I will trust